What is up, you guys, and welcome to the Upper 90 YouTube soccer channel where we talk about soccer, aka football. Today we're going over Group C in the Euros 2020. I think you're going to enjoy this video, so stick around. For those that know who I am, my name is Michael Forstner, huge soccer fan. Obviously wearing a Chelsea hat, Chelsea flag behind me, Chelsea fan in general, but I love talking about soccer in general. And again, today we're going to be talking about Group C in the Euros. Now, Group C is consistent of multiple teams that I don't really see any of them going very far in this group. We have the Netherlands, we have Ukraine, we have Austria, and North Macedonia. Big shocker with them making it to the tournament, but I'm glad they did because this is their first international tournament that they've made. So let's start off with the Netherlands. Now, out of this group, I definitely see the Netherlands being top dog because looking at all the other clubs or teams in this group, I don't see them even being close to the Netherlands' status. Ukraine may be a little bit closer, but again, overall, the Holland team, they just have so many great players. Even though they are missing Virgil van Dijk with this tournament, he is sitting this tournament out, and I think he's doing that because World Cup is next summer, and I think he's making a smart move, fully recovering, getting back, playing with Liverpool, and then able to play in the next tournament, the World Cup. So now they have a really solid defensive lineup. Now they got Nathan Ake from Manchester City. Yes, he didn't play too much this year, but he's, again, a really solid defender. They also have Patrick Van Holt coming from Crystal Palace, another premier player. Along with that, they have Delight. So I think this team really has the players that they need to really solidify that back line. Again, their goalkeepers are really solid as well. That I don't see them really giving up too many goals in the group stage. So therefore, again, I think they're going to get all 9 points in this group, and I don't see them losing any of these matches. Now, in the midfield, they obviously have a lot of players as well that can really carry this team and drive forward. One of the players I am really looking forward to actually playing and hopefully seeing a lot is Van de Beek. Now, he didn't play for Manchester United a whole lot this season, but watching him play at Ajax last season was phenomenal, and watching his skills, his footwork, everything that he can do with the ball and off the ball, I'm really hoping he can shine in this tournament and look great, and therefore hopefully excel his career in the Premier League next season. Even though I don't want to see Manchester United do well, I do want to see this player do well. Along with that, they have Depay as well. And again, I think he's going to be one of their top goal scorers in this tournament for Holland. Not saying overall in the tournament, but just for the Holland team. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to score quite a few goals in this group stage. After that, it's hard to say once they play a little harder teams that have a little more defense. He may not score as much, but overall, I definitely see this team making to the knockout stage with all 9 points. Next on the list, we have Ukraine. Now, Ukraine is a really tough team to really critique because, again, they're another team that play really well together, and they do have a few star players in this lineup, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Shevchenko as their coach manage this team. Now, I love Shevchenko. He was a great player. He did play for Chelsea a little bit. Didn't have the best of luck at the club, but I do like this player, and hopefully he can excel as a coach, and therefore I hope he can transition his thoughts, his ideas onto his players in this tournament. Now, obviously, there's quite a few players, like I said, that you may have heard before. Zinchenko from Manchester City will be starting for this team, so I'm looking forward to seeing him playing. But the other guys I'm really looking forward to seeing playing are Yarmolenko, who, again, didn't have a very good season with West Ham. He wasn't there this past season, but he has been on the decline, but I'm hoping he can do well. And also their other forward, Yermachin. I think he's another guy who's scored quite a few goals in their qualifiers that he's going to be fun to watch. Now, again, overall, I think this team will take second in the group stage. I don't see them beating the Netherlands, so I think they'll get 6 points. I think they're going to lose to the Netherlands, but I think they'll beat Austria, and they'll also beat North Macedonia, which it shouldn't be really a surprise for most people. Next on the list, we have Austria. Now, Austria is one of those teams that I do feel sorry for because they're a team you think are going to do really well each and every tournament they're in, but when it comes to game time, they somehow crumble and always leave early in each and every tournament, never really making it of the group stage, and I think this is going to be the case again in this tournament, which is a shame because this group that they're in was probably the best group to be in to actually win and come out of it because, again, I think Holland will be number 1, Ukraine number 2, but I could see Austria winning against Ukraine and therefore taking that second place. but it doesn't seem likely. Now, they definitely have some players that you really want to watch out for. Alaba from Bayern Munich. Again, he did just leave the club, but he was playing this past season. He's definitely going to be a player to watch, along with the rest of their team, because the funny thing is that most of their players play in the Bundesliga, and I think that's kind of a interesting thing, because with their chemistry and how they play in the Bundesliga, that can actually gel pretty well with these players. Even though they are playing on different clubs, I think the style of play in the Bundesliga will contribute to the way that Austria will play, and that actually could help them overall coming together with their chemistry and maybe possibly beating Ukraine. But like I said, I don't see it happening. I see them taking third, and I don't see them actually qualifying for the knockout stage, which I feel sorry for Austria, because again, I do like some of the players on this team. I do like the country, but again, I don't see them making it to the knockout stage. Last on the list is North Macedonia. Now, I'm not going to lie, I do not know a whole lot about this team, besides this is their first big tournament. Now, saying that, they are in a group that they could possibly nick a point or two. I'm not too sure if they will. I don't see it very likely. The team itself doesn't seem to have many superstars at all. No breakout players in any league, whether that's Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A. There's not really one key player in this team that can really take them and drive them forward. And therefore, I hate to say it, I don't think they're going to get any points in this tournament. I think they should be happy they made a tournament. Obviously, they want to keep growing on that. It would be a shock if they do win against any of these teams, because, again, I think all three of the other teams, Holland, Ukraine, and Austria, are miles ahead of this team, and therefore it should not happen where they shouldn't win any of these games. They may score a goal or two, they may take the lead in one of these games, but overall, I see all those other teams being able to grind it out and push past them. And again, I see them giving up a lot of goals in this tournament. Probably going to be the worst team in the tournament. I hate to say it, obviously, if you're a fan, you have to almost kind of see the writing is on the wall for this team. But again, we'll see what happens in the tournament. So my prediction for this group, I think, is pretty obvious. I know I mentioned it earlier in this video, but it's going to be Holland number 1 and Ukraine number 2. And I don't see Austria making it out of this group. I don't think they're going to get that third place moving on to the knockout stages. Ukraine could possibly win this group. I think that's very unlikely, just because the talent that Holland has. But it wouldn't really shock me if Ukraine does draw with Holland and then therefore win the rest of their games and actually bump above them with goal differential. That could be a possibility, but overall, I do see Holland winning all three of their games and obviously advancing as the top in their group, and then Ukraine coming after that. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, my name is Mike, huge Chelsea fan, love talking about soccer, Premier League, Europa League, transfers, anything around soccer. So I greatly appreciate if you could drop a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It means the world to me. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps grow this channel. And again, we're going to be talking about the Euros throughout this entire summer. And then we're going to be talking about transfers for the Premier League and all the other leagues. So you're going to want to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll see ya.